Hello and welcome to Boomking's Balance Fucking Druid Guide! Right, in today's video, I'll be teaching you guys how to play a balanced druid with extreme form, precision, and fucking ultimate skills. I'm going to go through some of the basics. These are my gear. Yes, very nice. Moving on. Going back to it, looking at the Azerite pieces, we've got a special ability called Streaking Stars. This is a must on every Azerite piece of gear you've got on your fucking body. Your head, your shoulders, and your chest. Streaking Stars is a must on all three, or your DPS will be wank. Going on to the essences, you need to have Vision of Perfection is your primary. Don't have it because I'm a shit boomie. But I have Condensed Life Force, which is the second best. Condensed Life Force, Essence of the Focus Iris, and Crucible of the Flame. Going into the rotation. So, Boomkings use a special power. It's called Astral Power. You got your couple main few abilities here. Solar Wrath, Sunfire, Moonfire, Stellar Flare. These are your primary dots. Your only dots, in fact, so make sure you use them. You've then got Lunar Strike, AoE, also generates lunar power, and Star Surge. This is what you use your power on, so you don't overcap your power. Okay, going into talents, this is what I run. I run Nature's Balance, so I've always got 50 Astral Power at starting. And then I also have Wild Charge, so I've got the capability of jumping back from shit, because I'm fucking ninja man, you know what I'm saying, but... And then you've got Typhoon, for blowing those nasty men away. You got Star-Lord. Don't do the Star-Lord cancel no more, it's not fucking needed. But anyway, so the more haste you got, the faster you cast. Probably should have gone into the stat priority, but you get the idea. You want a lot of haste. Mastery's not so good, so it goes haste, crit verse. So don't know I have that much mastery, but going into it. So anyway, Stellar Flare is an extra talent for an extra dot, and then Shooting Stars. Right. So you're coming up to a raid boss, and someone says, "Fucking hell, what do you do?" So big boss spawns, fucking as big as that mountain up there. Your opener is going to be this. You cast Solar Wrath twice. You go oosh, oosh. You then apply your dots. Sunfire, Moonfire, Stellar Flare, Solar Wrath. You've now got max astral power. With Streaking Stars, you don't want to cast the same ability twice beforehand whilst re-synergizing your Star Surge, because you'll lose your Streaking Stars, because that's how Streaking Stars work. So you want to go into the rotation where you're flickering between, so you're not casting the same spell twice in a row. So as you can see here, I'm not using Star Surge over and over again. I'm flickering too, using my Astral Power when I can. So you can get quite close to cap. So as you can see there, I'm at now 75. Now at 90, so you can use that, and you've only got Solar Wrath once, so then you can still get the Streaking Stars proc. But it's always best to flick between the two. Just make sure that you're keeping an eye on the power and shit. This is a Solar Wrath, oosh oosh, you can cast twice. Cast the Lunar Strike to get the second spell, so you're not overlapping, and so on and so on. So you should be able to do quite a lot of decent DPS as a Boomkin. If you're as good as me, that is. I doubt you are, because I'm fucking amazing at this game. I normally get anywhere between grey and blue logs on raids, but like I said, I'm pretty fucking good. So, going into the trinket I've got, you definitely want to get this trinket. It's called a Leviathan's Law. It is shit hot. It does big dick damage. This, on the other hand, is absolutely fucking useless. Do not use this trinket, but it's the best I've got when I sim my gear. That's another thing, guys. If you guys want to find out your maximum DPS output, make sure you sim every single bit of your gear. So now we're going to go into the rotation whilst using cooldowns, because once you've used your Incarnation, wherever it is in my spell book, Celestial Alignment it's called, so grants you a load of haste, loads of more damage, and then you're going to use Condensed Life Force at the same time. So what you'll do is, again, you'll open up with two Solar Wraths, Solar Wrath, Solar Wrath, you put your dots, apply the Stellar Flare. Okay, they're all added on. I've got all my CDs on a single button. So now this is when your Streaking Stars starts proccing in. Make sure you're casting between the two, like I was explaining before, so you're not casting the same ability twice in a row, so you're still getting that Streaking Star proc. This is when you're at the maximum DPS output, because you're going to be fucking putting big dick fucking damage into shit. Make sure you maintain your dots, so your dots are always up, and you'll do a load of fucking damage. This is what makes Boomkin so overpowered. It's a very hard class to play. I'd say it's at least 3 or 4 buttons. Even less if you got a certain macro that I've got. I'll put it down in the description. So yeah, this is how you play boomie. This is all you need to know. So this is when you're standing still. Obviously you get a bit of pool of shit on the floor. Just fucking jump back, move back. Oh shit, line of sight myself, fuck. And then you just do that. You just carry on. Your rotations are the same. Just make sure you don't cast the same ability twice in a row when your Incarnation's up. You'll be good. Don't forget, every time you Star Surge, you get a proc on Lunar Strike, Solar Wrath. That's why they're glowing. So yeah, this is my guide to Boomking. I've hoped you guys enjoyed. Hopefully my mic audio is a little bit better now. It doesn't sound like I'm under the ocean. So yeah, this is Boomking.